Hello, my lovely souls. Today I will share about my journey of meditating in the past 4 years and a few things I have learned along this journey, how it helped me when things got really crazy in my life. And I will share 3 ways how you can also start building up the habit of meditation. So I have been meditating in the past 4 years, my life, and how I see the world, how I see myself, how I connect to other people. Meditation was one of the biggest thing and one of the most important practices I have done during this journey. First, I started with self-development. I started reading books. I started reading about manifestation, law of attraction. Slowly, things started to come to me. And this is how I got introduced to meditation. First, I didn't know what it is and why I should do it. I thought it's something that the monks doing, or in the Buddhist cultures and countries, people do the meditation as a daily practice, but I wasn't aware of why I should do it, how I should do it, and if it's even possible for me to do it. So how I started is searching for meditations on YouTube. Actually, I think I have downloaded an app back in the time when I was just searching for meditations. And before sleeping, before going to bed, I just turn on a short meditation. And I try to listen and try to focus on what is being said in the meditation. I try to release the stress. I try to release my anxiety. That time, about 4 years ago, I was really anxious all the time, worried all the time, and this showed inside of me and outside. This appeared on my face, in my behaviors, and just in every area of my life. It showed that something is not right and something is not in the right place. So I searched for meditations for anxiety, stress, depression, worries, and I have found some meditations that have worked for me. But in the beginning, it was hard to focus, to stay in one place, to just breathe, to not let the inner voice, my thoughts, disturb me, and just learning how to focus my attention to one feeling, to one thought at a time, and look at the whole process as something that is serving me, to do something for me. When I can just be with myself, be with my thoughts, my feelings, and allow the time to help me. But of course, it was difficult, and I had to do it over and over and over and over again. And I think it's a never-ending process, to be honest, because you improve day by day, you getting to different levels, so you are able to do it for longer. You are able to do many different type of meditations. And what I had to realize, it's not about not thinking or just completely empty the mind or sitting in one place for 30 minutes. Meditation for me was never about this. when I still didn't understand what is it about for me, these are the things I try to push and force on myself, to sit in one place, to not move, to focus, to empty my mind. But all of these didn't work for me, and actually, in my opinion, meditation is not about this, not about any of these. Meditation for me became a practice where I can focus on myself, where I can be with myself and build up an inner strength, an inner power, an inner peace that is there to stay, even outside of meditation. Because we don't do meditation for just that 5-10 minutes. We do it so it can set us up for the day and for the rest of our life to have a stronger, more connected, more peaceful, more balanced version of ourselves. And when I realized this power of the meditation, it was just about 2 years after when I started meditating. Because that time it was when the shit really hit the fan and I felt like my life is crashing down. I went through a lot of pain, a lot of loss, a lot of traumas, and I felt very lonely. I felt very depressed, very sad. I was completely not myself. I was shocked. I didn't know what is happening exactly around me. I just found myself in the middle of a crashing world. And that's when I realized the power of the work, the inner work, the meditations, the journalings, the therapies, the holistic sessions, everything that I ever did before. During the 2 years of already practicing, doing different self-development workshops, reading books, listening to podcasts, doing the meditations, this is when I realized that how much it affected me and how much it helped me to have a more clear, calm, peaceful mindset when I was extremely shaken by the outside circumstances. That's when these practices really helped me to get through the hardest times. Because when I really needed, the foundation was there already. I didn't start meditating when I was in the lowest point in my life, when I was the most depressed, when I was the most stressed. I already had a foundation, something that I could touch back on, something that was already there for me as a tool to help me through the hardest times. So that's why I like to recommend during my work, my practices with people in my healing practice and in my coachings, I usually recommend to start building up habits, just small habits every day. Start working on yourself with just small steps. Even if you are feeling good, even if you are feeling complete and balanced, have a practice that you can get back to every day. Because when you already have a foundation built up, if something would have to happen, then you already have the base, you already have the strength to deal with some problems, to deal with some challenges that come up in your life. You already can find your inner peace. You know how to get back to it. You can respond to situations with a completely different mindset and emotional state if you have a foundation that you built up already. There are so many ways how meditation helped me. Meditation helped me to get connected to myself, to my body, to my spirit, to my soul, to my own emotions, to get to know myself, the depths of my personality, who I am really. It helped me to dig deep and to go higher and higher, because in the different types of meditations, you can choose if you want to go deeper in yourself or you want to go higher and connect with your higher self. You can choose from so many different meditations on what you want to work on, for releasing stress, for releasing anxiety, for balancing your energy, for connecting with spirit guides, for connecting with your heart, for healing your body, for visualizing your future, your dreams, your goals. There are so many ways, because meditation is not about sitting down and emptying the mind. It's about observing what is going on in your mind, in your soul, so you can get closer to yourself. You can get to know yourself on a deeper level. You can observe what's in your mind, what are the thoughts that coming up, so you can reflect on them, so you can work on them. If there is something that is disturbing you, now you bring awareness to it so you can work on it and create a new reality. I also learned to focus my attention on myself, on my thoughts, on my feelings, my emotions, to close out the outside noise, to close out the opinions from other people, to close out the stress, the worries, the challenges from the outside world, and just focus all my attention inside of me. Because I realized that all the answers that I ever looking for was already inside me. I didn't have to look outside. I didn't have to find people, things, because everything was already inside me. But I was too busy with the outside things that I didn't realize what is inside me. And when I was building up my meditation, every day I realized I'm connecting to myself, to my heart, to my soul. And my soul is speaking to me. My body is speaking to me. I just needed to open my inner eye, my ears, and just be open to receive what wants to make its way to me. What thoughts are there? What goals I have that I want to achieve? What emotions are there that I feel every single day? So I learned to pay attention to what's going on with me. And I learned how to create my own inner peace and balance. I completely rewired my brain, the reactive mode that I was living in, the beliefs that I had that were holding me back all the time, the anxiety, the stress, the worries were completely holding me back from achieving what was really meant for me. These were holding me back from knowing who I am really. And through the meditations, I learned how to regulate my nervous system and how to find my way back to my inner center. So when the obstacles, the challenges appear now, it's very easy for me to find my way back to my center and ground myself, because of 4 years of practicing, it helped me get back to where I always supposed to be. That is my natural state, the calmness, peaceful and balanced inner state where my soul, my body, and my brain is in harmony and in alignment. And some during my healing practices, working with my clients, a lot of times I get asked this question: how do they start meditating? What they have to do? Where do they start? So I always recommend a few things to do in the beginning, and to just try out different ways of meditation. Don't stick to one thing, one idea that may not work for you. Try out different ways of meditating, because there can be walking meditation, there can be singing meditation, there can be dancing meditation, there can be visualization, there can be breathing meditation, there can be guided meditation, there can be sound meditation. It's just so many different ways, and just find what works for you the best. So I want to give you 3 ways how you can start, but there are many more ways. But these are my favorite ways when I recommend for people who are in the beginning of the journey. So the first one is to start with short meditations. So maybe like 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes in the beginning. This is how I started also. And now I'm able to do up to 2 hours meditations. But in the beginning, I think it's good to have just a few minutes so you can feel it. How is it for you? You can experiment with it, how long you can do it, how long you want to do it. Maybe some people don't want to do it for long, so just the 5 minutes is enough. But the more time you spend with yourself, the more you can go deeper and you can develop your ability to meditate. You can try out with guided meditations, for example, on YouTube or on other platforms as well, in meditation apps. Search for a guided meditation. Some people like them, some people don't. Try it out. How is it for you? I like to recommend guided meditation in the beginning because for me it was easier to follow a voice, follow a script. Somebody is telling me what to do, how to breathe, how to sit, what to think about. So for me it was easier to follow somebody's guidance. And if you don't like this type, then you can just search for one that is not guided, maybe just with sound. And this brings me to the second way to do meditation in the beginning. You can just sit for a few minutes with your hands on your lap or on your belly and just focus on your breathing. Just feel how your chest is moving, your breathing is slowing down, and you can just observe your thoughts that are coming and going, but don't stay with one thought for too long. If you bring your awareness to one thought, quickly and easily just let it go. And just try to sit and focus on your breathing. This is a good practice if you don't feel comfortable with the guided meditations. You can try this silent meditation and just focusing on the breathing. This can be good in the beginning because this can help you to focus your attention in one thing and bringing your attention back to that one thing. And the third way to start with meditation is one of my favorite, and I do this very often until this moment, because this can be done anywhere in any situation for as long as you want or as short time as you want, is to just placing your hand on your heart. Just by putting your hands on your heart is already bringing a very, very peaceful and calm energy to your heart. Maybe you can close your eyes while doing this practice and just stay with your heart for a couple of minutes or as long as you want. Your heart will appreciate it so much. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to focus on anything that is coming from the outside. You just close your eyes and place your hand on your heart and just give love to yourself. So these are the 3 ways that I recommend to start with when you are in the beginning of your journey of meditation. You can try out these ones, or you can search on YouTube for different ways. You can type in just 5-minute meditation, 10-minute meditation, and you will find a whole bunch of different options for you. And one more thing I would like to add is don't have too high expectations with yourself. Don't force yourself to do something that doesn't feel right. Don't expect yourself to do half an hour, 1 hour meditation in the beginning. Just allow yourself to go with what feels right, because your body will tell you what feels right. And in the beginning, it's a little bit difficult to get into this practice. But on the long run, it's so helpful, and it can literally change your life. So don't give up if it's not happening, or it's not happening in the way you want it in the first time, second time. It takes practice. It takes a habit, a daily habit to get into, so you can feel into it. You can discover what is best for you. When do you like to do it? Some people like to do it in the morning, some people like to do it in the evening or during the day. Experiment with it. Do different ones. Do walking meditation, do running meditation if that's what you like. Don't force yourself to sit in one place and do one practice that you found on YouTube. If you don't like it, search for another one. I did so many different ones, even just on YouTube. I always search for new one, because I like to try them out, because the ones that I like, I stick with them for a very long time. There are some meditations that I've been doing for years, the same exact one, but I'm always searching for new ones, because the ones that I like, I keep, I save them, so I can come back to them. But what I'm trying to say is that don't force yourself into something that you don't like. Find your way. Find the best one that works the best for you. Because at the end, the goal is to make you feel better. is to build up a habit that is helping you, that is supporting you. So it's very important that you do something that you actually like, that you enjoy. So it's worth the time to search and to practice, to make different experiences so you can know which one is the best for you. Okay, so these were my tips on how to start meditation. And as usual, if you have any questions, you can submit them through the voice message link that is in the description. And any questions about self-development, spirituality, mindset, healing, or specifically meditation, you can submit your voice message and ask your question, and I will answer in the next episodes. So it's always a pleasure and honor to speak with you, and I talk to you in the next episode.